Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're going to talk about how many fragrance do you need? So there's my 5 specific occasion to wear a fragrance that I always use to analyze a fragrance. And I would say that this is a good point to talk about which fragrance you need. So there's really two separate things in that 5 category, and there's the summer winter spectrum, and there's also the business, everyday use, and dating spectrum. I would say that if you don't have any fragrance, if you're not wearing any fragrances, you're probably not watching this video anyway. But let's say you're not wearing any fragrance, you should start. You need at least one thing. Go to a store, try some stuff. I mean, just figure out what you like. Don't try only one thing. Go to a store, ask the person what is good, what people like, try these things. Ask the person there what is bad and people don't like, try these things. Ask the person what he or she like, try these things, try a little thing. Get some samples, try them on you, then figure out what you like. At least you're gonna have one. But I assume if you're watching this, you at least have one fragrance, maybe even more. So basically what you want is enough fragrance to cover all these situations. And for the winter summer spectrum, basically that spectrum, there's the smell of winter, the smell of summer, but really it means nothing. The smell of for winter, a smell for summer, because a good example is mint. Mint is fresh. The note of mint is fresh and it's obvious, but some people would say when it's hot, it's nice to have a fragrance with a note of mint because it's refreshing. And some people would say in winter, it's nice to have a fragrance with a note of mint because the note of mint fits with the weather. So that smell thing on summer winter spectrum, it's an opinion. There's no truth into it. One thing that there's some truth to it is the projection of the fragrance. There's some fragrance, you project it, you put it project like crazy. A good example for me, it's Bentley Intense Smell. This fragrance, last summer I put one spray in the back of my hand. I just took a walk outside and I was choking because it was too crazy how it projected. So while it's a fragrance for winter, obviously if you choke out of one spray in summer, and at the opposite there's fragrance that don't project, that when you would put it in winter, you don't smell it, people don't smell it, and if you can smell it, people can smell it, there's no point wearing fragrance, it's just a waste of money. So in that case, it's a summer fragrance. And then there's the other spectrum, business, everyday, and dating. Business fragrance, there's many type of business fragrance, but basically there's 2 main type. There will be like the in-your-face manly fragrance, and there will be the soft classic fragrance. And by classic fragrance, I mean real classic fragrance, but I can mean also something that have a classic vibe, even if it's new. A good example could be Acqua di Parma, for example. Could be other fragrances that are new that you think they're nice, elegant. And I think that's the key word more than classic, it's elegant. It's either something powerful that show power or something that's elegant. And those fragrance, you would want to wear it in different occasion. Maybe if you're getting married, maybe if you're going to some special event where you're kind of having an important position or an important role in that event. If you're a business owner, you will want to wear it. If you're a salesman, if you're having employees, something that show authority, show confidence, and show a status. It's what this fragrance is about. I mean, if you don't have authority, status, or everything, it won't like cover up stuff and fake it, but it will improve and it will make it fit with the image that you're having. Then the dating, this one's a bit obvious. It's something that's seductive. Again, there's 2 kind of dating fragrance. There's super loud, powerful fragrance, usually a clubbing fragrance, and there's something more soft that is more for intimate moments. and that smells nice, usually really sweet, and that woman will enjoy, or man, if that's what you're looking for. And then there's the everyday fragrance, which is basically a fragrance that kind of fills the hole that you haven't filled, and could be, what I'm thinking about it, stuff to go to work, stuff to go to a funeral, and it will be basically the opposite of the two other fragrance of the spectrum. It's something that will smell good, of course, but people won't really notice you. They might notice, it smells nice, but they won't go out of their way to give you a compliment or like talk about you, how great you smell. And it will be also something that's not challenging, that people will not be put off out of smelling it. A good example of something that's a bad one would be Club de Nuit Intense Man, which a lot of people love, a lot of people will compliment, and a lot of people will also say that it smells bad. A good example could be pretty much every fragrance that are popular. Dior Sauvage, I think, would be the best example. Even though women love it, it's a compliment getter. For me, it's really just nice fragrance that smells clean, that smells sharp, and that's not like screaming out loud or anything. And I tried the Eau de Parfum, so I would say more for this one, but anyway. So there's all these area that you want to cover, and basically I believe you just need 6 fragrances for that. If you have a business fragrance for summer, a business fragrance for winter. If you have same like dating for summer, dating for winter, everyday for summer, everyday for winter, you're gonna get pretty much every event you can need to go, or things to do, or setup you need, and you're gonna be good. And then you might want to have one that doesn't fit in any of these categories, something niche, something indie, something also maybe a designer but that old or not really popular, something that you like just for you, just for fun, just to wear it when you want. And I would say that maybe there's some fragrance that you don't need to have alternative. For example, if you're married and your wife absolutely really want one specific fragrance, you don't need 2 dating fragrance, you need 1, and it's the one she likes. Also, if you're not a businessman, you're not a salesman, you're not doing anything that really requires you to wear a business fragrance, maybe having 2 would be too much. I mean, if you're a garagist, mechanic, and you're doing your own stuff, you like your job, you enjoy it, but you don't have any leadership position or anything. If it's a fragrance you're gonna wear a couple times a year, you don't need 2. 1 will do the job. Either way, the one that's super powerful or the one that's plastic, doesn't matter, the one you like. And again, at the opposite side, if you're a businessman, if you're always seeing client, if you're always in the power of authority, maybe you don't really need 2 fragrance. That's an everyday fragrance. Maybe you want 1 in case to be able to fit in any situation, because you don't want to wear some crazy oud fragrance that people will turn their head around to pay respect to a family that a loved one died. Depending on who you are, what you do, that number might be different. But basically, if you're having those 7 fragrance, 1 for summer, that's business, 1 for winter, that's business, 1 that is for summer for dating, 1 for winter for dating, 1 for summer for everyday use, 1 for winter for everyday use, and 1 just for you that you absolutely love your setup. You don't need really more fragrance than those 7, and you're gonna enjoy, you're gonna have fun, you're gonna be able to use those when you want, and you can, having those fragrance, wear them even in not so appropriate setup. Like if you're having a classic fragrance, you want to wear it to work, and it's not your like everyday fragrance, it's not so bad. People will talk about it maybe, depending on what job you're having. But basically, this is what I believe. 7 fragrance, you're good to go. If you're having more, you can. If you're having less, you can. In the end, I think what's important is not what I think, it's what are you gonna do with those fragrances? What are the setup you're having? What is the job you're having? And what are fragrances that work with that setup? Because fragrance is not just about smelling good. It's also about giving an image to other people. Because it's like your clothes. Fragrance it's the best way I can explain it. Fragrance are like clothes, but instead of being seen with the eyes, they're like seen by the nose of other people. And if you're going, let's say, for a business meeting, and you're wearing a white shirt with stains of mustard and with torn up jeans, and you're gonna meet someone for getting $1 million deal, person one won't take you seriously. And you know that is not what you should wear in that kind of meeting. You should dress sharp. It's obvious, but the smell is the same thing. If you smell literally like shit, it's not nice. People don't like it. But more than just smelling good, you can have a smell that fits with the appearance you're having. If you're wearing a suit, you can have a classic fragrance that will complement the suit you're having. If you're more like wearing jeans, a t-shirt, you can have a more sporty or more casual fragrance that will fit with what you're wearing. And really, it's about knowing who you are, what you're doing, and what you love, and finding the best fragrance for all this. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you have a different opinion on what I said, just write it in the comment. And also, if you have a specific number of fragrance that you think is the optimal for you, tell me how many fragrance that is. So, thanks for watching. See you soon.